Happy Halloween, you spooky bunch of bitches. Welcome to a Sims 4 speed build on a Saturday, my loves. And welcome to the Witch's Nook. And this is part of a huge group collaboration set by SatiSim, who is one of my all-time favourite builders. They are absolutely incredible at what they do. I will leave a link down below in the description box of the Google Doc or document that will let you know all of the collab members that were part of this. There was a huge group of simmers, not just YouTubers either, like they branch out in all their creative fields. I will leave a link down to that below in the description box, my friends, that you can go and have a cheeky check at all of the other collaborators for this. I've done a group collab with Sati before, and they asked me to do it again. And so I did. And here we are. And here we are building. We are in Forgotten Hollow, my loves, because it is indeed Halloween. Boo. Oh, God. This voiceover was off to a great start, wasn't it? Anyway, let's talk about the build, shall we? So, the Witch's Nook. What I had in my head, we had to build for a Sims 4 species. So we got choices between, like, I don't know, witches, vampires, etc., mermaids. And I decided on witches because I'm just for it, really am. And I thought, what do I want my witch to have? And I was like, well, I want it to be residential, but I also want it to be a shop as well. So on the first floor, which is not the ground floor, I'm British, so we say ground and then first floor. The first floor is the residential bit, so this bit up here that I'm putting detail on now. This is where I've put a fully functional house where the witch can live. Or witch is a unisex name, so we're just going to say witch. So whatever you want, your witch can live above this. My God, I'm going to fail at this voiceover today. You have been warned, okay? And then below it is a little shop that sells all of the witchy goodness things that a witch would need. Broomsticks, potions, wands, everything, books, the lot. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. Really, really enjoyed it. And I loved doing this roof. I was very disappointed with this roof, actually, because I really wanted to lay the roof down with the tool mod. This object here is from the Star Wars pack. And I really wanted to lay these down as slate tiles. And I tried it with the tool mod. And for some reason, they wouldn't rotate. I have no idea why. I tried a few ways and it just wouldn't. So I was just like, I still want to use these. So what I did instead was stagger them up like I'm doing now, lifting everything up with the 9 key. Just to give the roof texture a bit more pizzazz. I just don't like the roof tile textures in The Sims 4. I really don't. And they just look... You can do this great build and then you put the roof texture on it and it just looks a bit meh. So instead I wanted to make it look 3D and that is what I did with that. I only show you how I kind of do it on one side and then I just do the other side off of camera. Quite a few bits were off of camera as well with this build just because there was so much detail being added into this tiny little lot as well. It was quite a small lot. I think it's on a 40 by 20 lot. Could be wrong at that, but I think it is, or I don't know. It's on a smallish lot and it's in Forgotten Hollow. If you do put this into your game, it's on the gallery. It's CC free and you will need to, or as always, put your move objects cheat on, love, because there'll be things falling everywhere with the amount of detail that I crammed onto it. The Sims 4 camera wasn't working with me there, so I was like zooming right out and you see me drop about 20 times like I'm doing now. Watch how many times I dropped doing this bit. Oh, it fell again. I got pissed off and then I had to stop recording and I just did a big zoom close up. What I'm doing here is I'm hiding the roof, the underneath the roof line, because you know that we can't color underneath them. They look hideous. So I used the base game kind of wooden timber nodule. I don't know what it's called. I don't know the technical term. And I used that to hide the roof line behind it. And I really liked it. Using these wall pieces as well was really interesting. These wall pieces are from the Star Wars pack as well. Quite a few bits were from the Star Wars pack in this because I just find the decorative objects in that pack really great to build with. And that is all that pack is going to get positively out of me because I'm just not a fan of that pack. It was a mistake, I think, on the EA's front. but it came in great for decorative build objects, and that is exactly what I'm doing now. So my thoughts were, I wanted the residential area to kind of be elevated upwards, and then I wanted the shop to be underneath of the build, and I didn't want the shop to be closed. I wanted the shop to have an open aspect to it. So that is exactly what I did, and I did this by laying up all of these posts. My god, it was tedious. And obviously the walls from Star Wars as well, and just loads of other little bits that really pulled it together. Like these little things here, I thought, oh, I could make a little kind of roof frame with this underneath. It was a little bit fiddly to try and do this. I'm lifting everything up with the 9 key because I just find, as much as I hate doing that, I just find that I find it easier doing that than using the tool mod. I love the tool mod, don't get me wrong, but I just find it quite difficult to use. I'm not the expert when it comes to tool modding, not in the slightest. And I think it's just because I've just not played around with it enough. I haven't had the time, to be honest with you. I've just been building me tits off for the past few months, and I haven't had time to play with it properly. But I don't know. I just, yeah, the end. But yeah, I thought I would lay these all across. Oh bye. I decided to end the recording there. I thought I would lay them all across, kind of crisscrossing. And I like it. I do like how it kind of turned out, and I'm kind of happy with how it looks. Now, the build was still looking flat on the outside to me, like the wall textures. So what I did was use these pillar objects that I can't remember what they came with. I think it was cats and dogs. And I used these to just put a bit more detail around the build and just frame the windows here and there and the corners. And it really worked. It really helped kind of just bring a bit more life and a bit more three-dimensional look to the exterior of this build. And I actually really, I'm going to do that a lot more with future builds, definitely. I've missed builds like I'm doing now where I just go to town on cramming as much detail in as possible. It's not like I'm not doing it now. It's just I'm doing Let's Builds a lot at the minute with Let's Build the Worlds. And I find that I'm kind of not skipping out on details. I'm just holding off putting in too much detail because I don't want my Let's Build parts to be too long, which is a shame because I love adding detail. I think detail makes a great build. But that does not stop me from going to town on my speed builds, which is what I have been doing. And yeah, I love it. Let me know what you think about in the comment box below. What are you absolute beauts up to for Halloween? I know we can't do much because of obviously the horrible COVID situation that we're going through worldwide. Normally, I would probably get together with friends and maybe go out, or sometimes I would have even streamed on Halloween, but because it was on a Saturday, streaming is not my Saturdays, or I don't stream on Saturdays. So I couldn't do that either. So instead, I'm going to go around to my sister's house with Tom. And we're just going to have a few drinks and have some food and stuff. And yeah, just have a nice chat. Maybe play a few board games or something. Like, I just wanted to do something, you know? And yeah, that's what I'm doing. What are you guys up to? Let me know in the comments. I liked what I did with those windows there, with those kind of ring circular pieces, which were also from the Star Wars pack. So I feel sorry for anybody who hasn't got the Star Wars pack, so because this build would not look like it would now. Not in the slightest. But I just had to. I love the kind of dystopian objects, and I just thought it really suited this build. Really did. So this little bit that I'm doing here now, I was like, I really want like an outdoor, indoor looking fireplace, but I don't necessarily just want to plonk a fireplace down. So what I did was build this little kind of attachment onto the side, make it look kind of hobbity. I put a grass roof on it and then litter the roof in plants and stuff. And then I do a little archway and I put a fireplace in there. Now the fireplace didn't work no matter what I tried to do to make it work. Which was a shame. So I put a campfire just in front of it. So your sim can go up and light the campfire and it still gives off the fire and makes it look like the fireplace is working, but it actually doesn't work. There was a way for me. I used the fireplace from Jungle Adventure, and now we know that the wallpaper or the swatches on that object are quite garish, so it wasn't fitting in with this build. The only way it was fitting in with this build is if I tucked it really quite far in, and then it kind of cast a shadow on this here. You'll see what I'm doing in a minute. You see what I'm doing? The shadow kind of casts, and I thought, oh, that really fits in. But then it wasn't working. But you see, I put that little fire pit in front of it, and it works. And it still gives the effect of it being in the fireplace. I just really liked it, and I really wanted to keep it. So I did. I did a little outside space as well, where I would imagine the witch would come out and maybe wait for some patrons to come to our shop, where she could sit around by the fire on her chair. I just thought that would be really cute. Under that canopy as well, which came from Island Living, I kind of just put it at a diagonal angle and kind of angled it into the build a little bit. And yeah, it was really cute. And then what I'm doing here is hanging a cauldron over the actual flames themselves. And it works. It does work. Now, I will have to say, I put way too many logs on the fire and I caused a fire, which proceeded in my sim calling the fire brigade. And yes, so just be careful on how many logs you put on that fire, because the fire brigade will have to be called. Bit of a shame, but it happened. It happened, and there is nothing I can do about it. But yeah, this is what I'm doing now. Using the live edit bushes to kind of just tie it over the top of that quite bright green grass. It was a bit too garish for me, and I knew I was going to put plants on it anyway. So I end up using these live edit bushes, and they just make it look grounded. It makes it look like this build's been here for years, and I really like it. Now, this flooring is from Island Living. It's not flooring, it's stone or rocks from Debug, but I really wanted to make my own flooring and make the floor, again, look a little bit more three-dimensional than what it does when you just terrain paint or put kind of like tiles down. So I used these. Now, it's a bit difficult with your sim when you're trying to get them around the lot, because you can't click on the rocks to make them walk. You've got to kind of get in all of the gaps, and your sim does walk on them. But you do have to click with your arrow in between the rocks just so they can, get around the lot, to be honest with you. But I just wanted to use them. I thought they looked really cool with this particular build. And yeah, I was very much here for it. Very much. Now, I'm not going to be releasing a video tomorrow or Monday, my loves, because I have released 6 videos this week. I'm going to take Sunday and Monday off. If you don't mind, I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine without me for a couple of days. But I will be streaming on Monday. I'm going to be doing a lot longer stream on Monday. I'm still playing through a horror game at the minute, so I want to do a long stream to try and complete it. And you are more than welcome to join me on Monday evening. I'm going to start around 6 p.m, be it that is GMT, Greenwich Mean Time for UK. So feel free to come and join me on that, but there will be no video on Sunday as usual, but Monday this time, just because, as I said, I released 6 videos this week. So I'm just taking my time, doing a bit of yoga, getting my mental health all good and proper. So I'll see you all again on Tuesday. Yeah, anyway, look at us indoors. So you saw what I did. I put the Realm of Magic kitchen counters down, but I actually kind of customized them as well. They were looking a little bit too, I was like, oh, I don't like how they look. They just look a bit weird. I really wanted this to kind of be the backdrop of the shop where all the potions and the wands and stuff are kept. So I lifted up a cabinet onto the side. I just thought it looked really nice there. And I ended up putting some of those kind of familiar globes in. And it just, I thought it looked lovely. Really did. Now, these are the boxes from Get to Work. I use these just to kind of act as maybe like wand boxes or even ingredients, dried ingredients or something. So I kind of framed them just below the shelving area. And yeah, I just thought it looked very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. I love doing this kind of building. I love doing this, getting creative and kind of making your own. But this is what I did. And I thought it looked so good. Like I used these side tables from Get Together and just covered the front of the actual, look at that. Oh, isn't that smashing? And I think it just tied in a lot better. The grey was standing out too much to me on the kitchen counters. So just by using that there, I don't know. It just, again, it's putting your own spin on things and getting your creativity bubbling up like a cauldron. Do you see what I did there? And yeah, I loved it. Loved it. I actually changed a few of these potion bottles out as well because I forgot about the new potion object we actually got with Star Wars as well. They actually come in a bottle with like a crystal sort of top to them. So I ended up using a few of them throughout this build as well. And it really framed it in. What I'm doing here is lifting up some wand boxes as well. I had to put a couple on the counters just so they would stop snapping to it. And I fill them up with wands as well. So your Sims can come and buy wands if they wish. Such a shame. And I will always say this, that you can't have a lot which is residential and also like retail. I really wish we could have that in the Sims because this build would be perfect for it. But we don't have it at all. Now, bookcases. So I sized up these base game ones that came with, I can't remember what update it came with. I think it's where all the sugar skulls go. Yeah, I think it is. And then what I'm doing is lifting up all of the spell books from Realm of Magic. This took quite a long time, I won't lie. My thoughts were, let's fill this up like this. And then I got to like the 5th book. I was like, nope, not happening. We're doing a few. A few of them do start floating, but don't you worry. I do go off of camera and move them down with the tool mod. So nothing should be floating, even though it is very magical in this shop. Nothing should be floating, book-wise anyway. So... yeah, rather nice indeed. Rather nice. I think later tonight I'm going to watch a horror film. I'm going to watch the next It. I've not seen It 2. I've seen the first film, but my friend who is a big It fan, hello Leander, he wasn't impressed with It 2, and that kind of put me off of it. But I'm going to give it a go tonight. I think always, and I cannot remember the last Halloween that went by where I did not watch a horror film. It's like a custom thing. It's just got to happen, my loves. So, yeah, I'm definitely... Are you watching a horror film tonight? What are you getting up to? I've already asked that, but I would love to know in the comments. I really would. I hope whatever you do, you're safe and you have a great time. I really do. I really, really do. Next week on the channel, obviously we've got lots more Let's Build the Worlds coming. Also another speed build. We are going out of the spooky building for now. We're going to build something modern, I think. I'm craving building something modern. So be on the lookouts for that, my loves, next week. And I've got some rather exciting news coming up. I'm unsure at when I can share this news, but it involves me and the Sims and streaming. That's all I'm going to say. So just be on the lookout for any kind of like announcement from me on my end about me, myself, and the Sims streaming. How exciting. Anyway, do you see what I did there? I used those kind of wooden planks. I really wanted a little bit of separation here, mainly so I can hang some brooms from it. They sell brooms in this place as well. They sell everything here, honestly. So what I did was just, made my own barrier, really, and hung these brooms from them, and I thought it was rather magical. Now, I wanted to use the crystal brooms as well, but I was like, damn it, they're sticking to the bloody wall there. So I get rid of that wall temporarily and hang them up here at differing heights, and I just thought it looked really cute. I love them. Love those crystal brooms. They look really, really nice. But yeah, anyway, outside now, we're starting to do a little bit more details on the outside. You saw I put that little fake campfire down, which is from Get Famous, the same as that well as well, the water well. But yes, I thought it was lovely. And we had to add a few pumpkins in just for the festivities of what's going to be happening tonight. Didn't get a chance to do any pumpkins this year. I usually go to a pumpkin patch and get a pumpkin, but I didn't even get time to do that this year. And I think because of COVID and stuff, like there was limitations, and I just wouldn't have found it enjoyable, to be honest with you. So I didn't do it. Now this is me connecting in the front of the build now. I was like, right, I do want to use these stones around the front too, just to connect it into the street level. But I also wanted to go around with the terrain manipulation around this build and kind of circular, almost snug the build into the lot itself. So you'll probably see me doing that. Oh, just now, look at that. I knew that was coming. So what I do is do kind of just a little bit of a higher elevation all around the lot. And then I do a lot of landscaping, which you will see in just a second. But I want to say thank you to SatiSims as well. I want to say thank you to SatiSims for inviting me to be part of this collab. I really, really appreciate it. I admire them so greatly as a builder. And yeah, I was very happy to be part of this. And it was so sad. I've been so busy lately. I couldn't really get excited with everybody in the Discord and stuff. We had a Discord for all of the group members, but girls, I just didn't have the time to chat and stuff. And it's so sad. But when you've got your own Discord to run as well, I've got my own Discord with all my lovely Twitch subscribers. Hello, everybody. That I didn't get a chance to kind of chat with people and see what everyone else was doing, but I'm so looking forward to seeing what everybody else has created. I think I'm going to spend tomorrow watching through a few of the builds. Cannot wait to see what some people have done, because there is a lot of talented people in this collab. There really is. I think the collab itself was called the Simhain. Is it Simhain or Simhain Collaboration? I'm probably crucifying that. But yeah, that's what it's called if you fancy having a peek, loves. But anyway, we're cracking on. Look at this landscaping going on. We've managed to find that same tree that I keep hunting in all my Let's builds. But I found it. Found it again. You've just got to search for the mysterious tree, and it's right next to it. So main reasons I use that is because I tend to look around the worlds and see what trees and stuff they've used around the worlds. And that one there was prolific in this area, so decided to use it. Could have built this in, oh God, what's it called? I've just finished bloody building there. Glimmerbrook. But I didn't want to. I wanted to build it in Forgotten Hollow. I like the lighting here for builds like this. It's quite a flat grey light that I really love. And I just thought it would suit this lot perfectly. And it did, in my eyes. You'll have to let me know in the comment box what you think, my loves. Because as always, I love hearing from you. I really, really do. Anybody excited for... I watched as I was building, I was finishing off this build today. I was watching the Sims 4 live stream when they were going through all of the Snowy Escape pack. Oh my God, that looked amazing. Let me just say something quickly, actually, first. I was working out the floor plan upstairs, and I was just like, there's no way I'm going to be able to squeeze a bathroom in. So what I did was put this little wing on the edge, look, blending it in perfectly with the building. And I've managed to fit a bathroom in there instead. And then I go underneath and put some corbels up for support. And I just thought it looked really nice. And if anything, it gave the build even a bit more character, because I ended up using a smaller roof here and then doing the same details as what I did with these. And it just really, really fit it. I loved it. Loved how that looked. But yeah, Snowy Escape. My God, that expansion looks amazing. I'm very, very surprised at this. I think I'm going to even enjoy the gameplay, which is unlike me, but I'm definitely going to be doing a bit of gameplay without doubt. I think what I'll do is probably do the gameplay on stream, and then I'm going to be doing a full pack review as well. So keep an eye out for that, my darlings. But yeah, look at these little slaty boys. I love them. I think they just fit in really well with this build. Very much here for it. Very much here for it indeed. But I think we're going to flop over into the interiors in just a second. So yeah, into the interior. So it was quite a nice bit of space, a nice space for enough for a kitchen, a bed, and a bathroom. The only problem is I didn't manage to fit in a dresser for your Sims to get changed. I was thinking, oh, maybe I could put it into the bathroom. So this was my thought process. Oh, we'll get a dresser, one of the thin kind of like Realm of Magic dressers in the bathroom, once I've done the floor plan here. So that was what my thought process was with this. And then I got to the bathroom and I was like, we're not going to be able to fit that in. So there's no dresser here, sadly, but you can just click on your Sims to get them changed. But I'm a bit sad that we couldn't fit one in, but no matter. It's fine. It's fine. And I really like how the inside of this build looks as well. I did want it to look a little bit kind of worn and not run down as such, just old. That's the perfect saying for it. So I did go ahead and put a lot of those kind of water stains on the walls and stuff. It just looks very nice afterwards. They really do. And everything works. My God, I told you I'm going to be getting my voiceover wrong today. Everything works perfectly. I made sure to player test everything. Oh, I just thought the only thing that doesn't work, and I could not work out why it wouldn't work, was the stairs on the outside. which made me absolutely fuming because I loved how the stairs looked and I did not want to get rid of them. So what I ended up doing is just on the top of the stairs, I put a ladder. So your Sims can get up here, but they use the ladder instead of the stairs. And I couldn't work out why the hell it was doing that. It was really frustrating me. But yeah, that was the only thing that didn't work in the player testing was the stairs. And I was like, for God's sake. And then when I tried to get rid of the stairs, 16 things would delete and end up in my household inventory. It was just a mess. So I was like, do you know what? We're having a ladder. And I put a ladder there. Accidentally put a mirror there to begin with. And I was just like, nope, that's where the bathroom entrance is going to be, you moron. So I moved that mirror instead and put a bathroom door there. And yes, that's the way it goes. That is the way it goes. So this is me making it look a little bit more older, a little bit more rundown. But I think it's cozy. It's got a lovely cozy vibe in here. Especially with the fire lit and stuff. You'll see that in the video tour at the end. I just love it. Absolutely loved how this build came together. And I'd love to do more like this. I would love to do like a medieval village. SatiSim actually did a beautiful medieval village. I'm sure everybody's seen it because it kind of went viral. It was beautiful. It was one of the best, if not the best build I ever saw in The Sims 4. So I'd love to do something similar one day. Really would. So this is me like, oh, we can get a dresser in here. No, you can't. Because we need to fit everything else in, you silly bum. And I couldn't move the door because the door, it was just a mess. It was a hot mess. So goodbye dresser and goodbye working stairs. But the Sim can get up here and it's a ladder. And it makes the build on the outside look really attractive with a ladder going up to it as well. So all in all, it was a bit of a win-win, to be honest with you. Or a lose-win. Yeah, lose-win. Is that a word? It is now. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling on. I will be back on Tuesday, my loves, as I'm going to repeat myself just because I'm having my Sunday and Monday off. I will be streaming on Monday, so feel free to come and visit. We have such a laugh on stream. It would be so nice to get to know a few more of you that watch my videos. And I know quite a lot of people can't get to the streams because of times around the world and whatnot. But I'm going to be there. If you're more than welcome to bloody join us, as always. And yeah, we'll be back next week with Let's Build the World's cheeky speed build. And I'm going to try and do a video that I've been trying to do for a long time. So be on the lookout for that one. I'm not going to say what it is. I'm just going to surprise you. So yeah, have a lovely Halloween. And I will see you guys on Tuesday. Goodbye, my absolute darlings.